there's an honesty in him. I can see that when he's out there, like, he's expressing himself in a way that humans can't. And people just react, they just go crazy. He temporarily gets people to let their guard down. I was like walking down the street and I saw this giant white rabbit and he was like slapping the shit out of this bass guitar. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
When you first see a large rabbit playing bass guitar, that's not something you see every day. And then he gets you in with his music as well. It's that raw, kind of funky, bassy groove.
He's very popular because he knows what he's doing, which is playing like popular songs to wasted people, looking ridiculous, which they love.
He has skill and he has the passion and he plays funny. Yeah, I think that people love it.
So if they saw a great musician, they might stop for a minute. But if they see something that's a bit more of a spectacle, they might stay a bit longer. And without even knowing it, they're appreciating the music a lot more.
There are people who busk in the city who've been doing it for like over 10 years. They know the formula. They understand what connects with people.
Like when all of us started enjoying music is because it speaks to us in some way or another. And we do our best with sending out a good vibe, you know, in terms of busking on the Melbourne streets.
There's something behind that you got to be able to give that shares the energy with other people so that they could take away something more than just entertainment.
I met a lot of musicians that was doing it for the money, and it's like, you know, it's not how you're going to win in this. You actually have to do this because you love playing. And people can see that. When they walk past, they can see that you love doing it. They can hear it in your tone. They can, however you playing, they can hear it, man, and they gravitate to that.
Costume, people like it if you're dressed up. If you're a girl, like looking pretty is good. Like put on some skirts and shit. Sometimes I also like to go the kind of clown look, and people like that especially.
I have characters. So I actually have a character that I bring on when I do reggae songs. It works, you know, it works for me.
Being real flirty is good as well. My thing that I did last time I busked was just sing Ignition Remix by R. Kelly over and over and just make like intense eye contact with everyone that was walking past. And they just couldn't deal with that shit, and I just raked in the money.
So you need to be a good performer. If you're just a dude on a corner of a street and you just sing all the right songs, but there's nothing really charismatic about it, then you just blend in with the scenery and people just are going to get bored and they're not going to pay you. So you got to have something different. You got to have the X factor.
I'm ready to see this. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's go. Through. See you in the next round.
I've been working as a warm-up guy for talent shows for about 6 years, and I've seen a lot of people come and go, and a lot of people just, you know, have their 5 minutes and then it goes, and some people are happy with that, and some people are bitter about that because they feel like they deserve more.
I was on the show, and I got to the semifinals. What happened was they came and they said, well, if you win this contest, the $250,000, would you sign this 10-year contract, giving us exclusive rights to everything you're going to do and everything you've done for the last 10 years? And I went, for $250,000? That's like $20,000 a year. You ain't doing me no favors, you know. Centrelink is damn near what you paying me. So what's the point of that?
All they care about is entertainment, and they don't give a shit about you, and they don't give a shit about your music. Association with reality TV is pretty hard to shake off, and it's pretty hard for people to take you seriously afterwards.
It may be what someone else would need to get that break and get that exposure, and really it is for the younger because they do want someone that they can control.
It's a television show. It's not a search for Australia's most worthy, underrated musician. You know, who's spent years in the trenches and is well overdue. That would be pretty bad television.
If any actor in Australia's Got Talent, why are you doing it? What do you want out of it? If you want to be famous for 5 seconds, then it's great, but fame shouldn't be the goal.
Well, I never convinced him to go on a reality show. It's not something that he would ever want to do, actually. But he was contacted by the show. I think they contacted him through his Facebook page. I don't think he thought too long and hard about it, but he decided that was maybe something that he could benefit from. And so he went and auditioned for the show. And they, from what he told me, they really liked him. And now he's like into the semi-final of the show. So he's quite nervous and excited and all sorts of other emotions. I know that he's going to blow people's minds away with this next performance because it's going to be so much better than what he did last time. I've seen bits and pieces of it. It looks incredible. He's aware of his fears, but he has to get out there and face them. And it's the best way that he knows how. He wants to be more than just another timid bunny. He wants to take it to the stage and give it everything. It's one thing to play music in your room, but it's another thing to get out there and unleash it amongst the masses and see what the response is.
All ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force will now begin. We've come too far to give up who we are.
Well, we just saw the Funky Bunny on Australia's Got Talent, and he had a bad go. But
it was just too weird. It's not weird enough that you're already like that. That was cool. But there was just all the weird chicks and the pyramid-y thing and then the singing, and it was just a mess.
he got caught up in the vocals and the auto-tune and the whole thing. Just keep it simple, stick to the bass, all good.
I had such high hopes for you, and then you sang. Why did you sing?
The thing about these shows is they do often have a kind of vision for you as how they want to sell you. And if that doesn't coincide with how you want to portray yourself as an artist, then you're in some pretty dangerous territory there. I just thought with the second performance that the bunny was doing a lot of very interesting things on stage, and that wasn't really coming across in the way it was portrayed on screen. I don't think there was any focus on the fact that he was playing all the music himself and was actually making all the sounds that he was playing, and playing the bass at the same time, and it's stuff that is musically very challenging.
So I don't know about the bunny. What's he doing it for? If it's just for a bit of a laugh, went on TV, got my face on TV, show the grandkids, great, purpose is served.
When the Funky Bunny told me that he was going on Australia's Got Talent, I said, you should approach this in a way that you get something out of it. So they'll definitely be looking to get something out of you. So you should be trying to get something out of them. And that is all about exposure and reaching a larger audience.
So if you fall out of a talent show, that's when you've got to start working. You've got your exposure, now you've got to make the most of that. And that's a hard thing to do.
He felt like he was really out of his comfort zone, and that it was quite a weird experience for him and didn't feel quite right. And He just wants to get out and perform, you know, because that's what he does well. He's not into this, like, you know, analyzing people's personalities and all the drama. He doesn't want the drama. He just wants to perform and show people what he does, because he's good at what he does. You know, he's not good at all the other stuff. That's what I've noticed about him. He would just gladly not be engaged with all the other stuff that comes with being on a talent show. He just wants to perform. When he's in the zone, when he's playing music, you know, he's happy. He could be playing to 5 people, he'd be playing to 5,000. He would get probably the same emotional feeling from that experience, no matter what the amount of audience members there are. He just wants to play. And if people dig it, then great.
You are attractive.